have tail of the tape for our AFC heavyweight title fight. Tai Tuivasa, James McSweeney. As you can see, much more experience for the challenger, James McSweeney, also far older as well. Height, weight, reach, relatively similar. This is all going to come down to power. Who lands first will walk away AFC heavyweight champion. We will throw to John DiMacaulay, centre cage, for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your AFC 17 main event of the evening. Fighting out of the blue corner, the challenger, James the Sledgehammer McSweeney.
Yeah, here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins in every line. Throw them up and let something shine. Going out of my fucking mind. Filthy mouth, no excuse. Find a new place to hang this noose. String me up from atop these roofs. Knot it tight so I won't get loose. Truth is you can stop and stare. Run myself out and no one cares. Dug the trench out, lay down there with a shovel up out of reach somewhere. Yeah, someone pour it in. Make it a dirt dance floor again. Say your prayers and stop it out when they bring that chorus in. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. I bleed it out, digging deeper just to throw it away. Just to throw it away, just to throw it away. I bleed it out. Go, stop the show, choppy words in a sloppy flow. Shotgun opera lock and load, cock it back and then watch it go. Mama help me, I've been cursed. Death is rolling in every verse. Candy paint on his brand new hearse. Can't contain him, he knows he
James McSweeney makes his way to the cage here at the Melbourne Pavilion. The first time we have had James fight for the Australian Fighting Championships, and he is the challenger tonight. He's the veteran, he's experienced, he's the man who's been at the highest level for a while, and he has a former world champion, Sam Greco, in his corner. He is angry, he is tough, he is well-rounded, he is mean, and he is hungry to get the heavyweight AFC title around that waist tonight. This is going to be an absolute beauty.
Yeah, I interviewed James yesterday. He's a mountain of a man. He's a huge human being, very powerful. He's won 14 fights and never won a decision. So when he wins, he either wins by knockout or he wins by submission. As I said earlier, the experience factor could be massive here. James, I think, has to get out of the first round. Tai Tuivasa is so strong. He chin checks and he finishes fights. You don't get to feel Tai's power. You wake up after Tai hits you. So he's got to stay away from him. He's got to push Tai into the second, third, fourth and fifth round into that deep water where he can use that experience to claim this title.
Catching up with Sammy Greco during the week, he feels that, and James feels, they don't have an issue standing up with Tai. They know he's power in his hands, but how all round his hand speed, his kicks, his knees, his versatility, they don't think Tai can handle his stand-up.
Well, that's a really good point. I mean, James has got knees, elbows, you know.
And look at the size of him, Josh.
He's a huge man, but so is Tai. So, I mean, the height and the things like that don't make a lot of difference in this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa.
McSweeney about to catch these hands, man. Bam Bam, the greatest of them all.
All rats gotta die though. In New York, Quad Studios getting high though. All rats gotta die though. All rats gotta die though.
McSweeney about to exit the ring, the little sideshow. About to catch these hands from the 7-0. Bam Bam rep the hood, that's just how it go. From the area.
You don't want zero problems, big fella. I'm winning or lose tonight. It costs the latest type of life. Yeah, she said I might move tonight, but only if that price is right.
And our AFC heavyweight champion makes his way out to the cage-side, a packed Melbourne Pavilion for AFC 17. It is our heavyweight championship on the line, and Tai Tuivasa, Bam Bam-licious, is going to defend his title for the first time after his remarkable KO in AFC 16. What a corner. the Lions Fight Club. Mark Hunt here, brother-in-law Tyson Pedro, Shawnee Sullivan, James Tahuna. These boys do not get tougher. A kid still only at the age of 20, just turned 23 years old. And he is really gunning to be a UFC fighter. He's been with Mark Hunt for the last 6 months, sparring partner, and he has it all at his feet. But this is the biggest challenge of his life so far.
Oh, no doubt at all. You know, Tai Tuivasa's opponents have very rarely made it out of the first minute of the first round. Gives you an idea of the power that this young kid possesses. Punches, elbows are where he lives. If you allow him to hit you, the fight will end. McSweeney is a sensational fighter, but Ty's power is off the charts. Mark Hunt said himself, Tai hits the hardest that anyone has ever felt in his entire career.
I think Mark actually said he's got bricks in his hand, and Tai Tuivasa, our AFC heavyweight champion, makes his way to the center of the cage, and this kid's future is unbelievable.
It starts right now. The future starts right now. A win over James McSweeney opens up considerable doors for Tai, all realms of martial arts promotion.
To all the viewers, this is the main event of AFC 17, proudly sponsored by Hoff and Arco Beer. We're about to go to John DeMcCauley to the center of the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's fight's brought to you by the AFC under the auspices of the Professional Boxing and Combat Sports Board of Victoria. Your judges at cage are Albert Shen, David DeVersa, and Gerald Burton Batty. Your doctor is Dr. Adrian Jury, your timekeeper, Chris Anderson Jr., and your referee in charge when that fight begins, Mr. Greg Clenyons. This fight brought to you by the Hoff Downtown and Arcobrow. Melbourne. Both warriors have now entered the ring. And this is the main event of the evening. Melbourne, let's make some noise. It's main event time. 5 by 5 minute rounds for the AFC heavyweight division. They will be fighting for the AFC heavyweight title. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is a mixed martial artist, standing 195 centimeters tall, official weight 110.6 kilograms, a fight record of 15 wins, 14 losses, fighting out of McSweeney Fight Factory and Team Greco. Fighting out of Queensland by way of London, England. He is a K1 fighter, a Pride fighter, a 1FC fighter, and a UFC fighter. Ladies and gentlemen, James the Sledgehammer McSweeney. And across the cage, his opponent. Fighting out of the red corner is a veiled two-doe fighter, standing 189 centimeters tall, an official weight of 119.20 kilograms. This man is undefeated. 4 fights, 4 wins, all coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Lions Hill Performance Centre, St. Mary's, New South Wales. He is the current, reigning and defending AFC heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa.
This is the main event. Our title is on the line. Thank you to everybody tuning in for AFC 17. Our heavyweight champion, Tai Tuivasa, takes on James McSweeney. Matthew Pilios with Josh Warner.
The rules.
And
you need to protect
Kit
yourselves
Dale.
at all times. Obey my instructions at all times. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch gloves now. Back to your corner.
Here we go, boys. Something tells me this ain't going to go for very long.
As they say, do not blink. Our title is on the line. Tuivasa in the red and grey, and James McSweeney in the short black and white trunks. Welcome, everybody.
This is your AFC main event. Title on the line, round 1.
Here we go. Who's going to land first? This is all it's about. First in, title around your waist. Oh, good body kick by Tai. Something different. Oh, McSweeney, good body shot early on. Pushes Tai against the cage. And will we see Tai at the canvas for the first time in his career? Good knee. Oh, big left hand by Tai. McSweeney just laughs it off. Oh, overhand right by James. And he gets Tai down. Straight back up for Tai Tuivasa though. Good knee by Tai. Look at the strength. James can actually push Tai against the cage. Tai defending well. McSweeney, good uppercut. He's trying to open the pipe up there as well. Trying to open that pipe for the uppercut.
McSweeney utilising a good judo throw with that whizzer before.
Man, that's a 120 kilo guy you judo throw it as well. That's pretty impressive. Good knees by McSweeney. See, different tactic here against Tai. Getting close to him, not letting him use that power.
McSweeney's got double underhooks at the moment. I'd expect to see him drop down and go for a takedown.
Yeah, go for the double leg.
Tai pummeled his arm back in.
He's going to judo throw again, and he has.
Very nice.
Gets Tai down a second time. Where's the knees? No knees. There's a knee by Tai.
I feel like it's a good strategy for McSweeney.
This is really smart. Absolutely, Kit Dale. Very smart. Not giving Tai any room to throw those big haymakers.
Remember GSP doing this to BJ Penn.
That's right. Spot on. Oh, he's got him. Here we go now. Watch Tai, guys. Got some room. Left hand by Tai. Another left hand by Tai. McSweeney just laughs it off. Switch kick by Tai Tuivasa. Good jab. Knocked his mouth guard out. Straight back in, here we go. Leg kick by James McSweeney. That's what you got to be careful of with Tai when he makes that lunge in. He's got elbows or punches. Tai latches on. Will he try the takedown? Does he want a takedown?
What a start, guys. What a start.
Oh, he does.
Oh.
But he lands. McSweeney gets back control. All right, we're going to see what Tai's got in the ground now. Oh, big punches by James.
McSweeney's doing a good job of locking up that right foot of Tai here, keeping him down.
Uppercuts, punches.
This is not where you want to be.
Tai's got to improve position here.
He's got one hook in.
Tai gets out. Eats the left hand for his trouble. Catches, sweeps.
Oh.
I don't think Tai's going to go to the ground, surely. Oh, stomp. McSweeney catches him though.
Oh, he's got a good heel hook position.
Oh, now big punches. He got Tai Tuivasa on top, throwing bombs. Oh, he's hurt him. McSweeney's hurt. McSweeney really hurt here.
Still got that foot, but I can't see. There's not much going on with it.
Little left hand by Tai. Tai wants to play on the ground with McSweeney. It's fascinating side control.
What a fight.
Didn't see this coming from Tai. This is very different.
Good work by McSweeney, creating some space to get up.
Now Tai on his back. McSweeney stands over him. Looks at the big right hand. McSweeney now in side control. Completely changed positions here.
McSweeney's got the right underhook, which is good for him, but he's opted to change. It looks like he's trying to set up either a Kimura or a head arm choke.
McSweeney has
north-south choke.
McSweeney's finished 40% of his fights by a submission.
McSweeney's got a Kimura now.
Tai got body control. McSweeney with the Kimura.
He let go.
Tai trips.
Oh,
what's the stop here for?
The pants have come down. The shorts have come down.
It's a bit confusing there. Oh, big knee by McSweeney.
Oh.
Tai a little bit tired potentially. Looks like McSweeney will make it out of the first round. He has.
What
Here
an
we
epic
go.
round one, Melbourne, Australia. We've hit over 10,000 subscribers on Craziest Sports Fights on Facebook. The world is watching AFC 17 main event. Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa, the Sledgehammer James McSweeney. Live out of the Melbourne Pavilion, AFC 17. The gorgeous Michelle
Replays
Kimberly.
here now.
Your
Tai
commentating
Tuivasa
Matt
threw some
Josh
big
Warner,
punches early
and the
on.
one and only Kick
McSweeney did
Taylor.
too, some big haymakers. Takedown, judo throw by McSweeney was big. Tai was on his back and defended himself very, very well. Landed a couple of left hands here, Tai. But McSweeney didn't give him the distance to be able to throw those big punches, so very smart. Tai got a takedown. McSweeney ended up in back control again. Tai defended.
Big kick.
Takes a footlock there, and kind of loses it once it gets hit here.
It is over. I don't understand. We'll find out why.
I have no idea why this fight has ended.
James McSweeney did not walk out of the second round.
Tai Tuivasa has defended his AFC heavyweight title, but I have no idea how.
In dramatic scenes, he must be hurt, Josh.
Something to do
Hit
with the left eye.
The eye.
His vision, he said he can't see. We'll find out some more.
That is one of the most extraordinary stoppages I've ever seen. There must be some sort of problem with McSweeney's eye, but I've no idea what it is. So we'll go to the replays here again. You can see it in the corner now. McSweeney's saying he can't see out of his left eye. He can't see out of his left eye, he's saying. So his doctors checked him out. He's obviously got no vision out of his left eye. Whether it was a punch or an eye poke, I'm not sure, but whatever it was, Tai Tuivasa is still the AFC heavyweight champion.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he says after this.
This will be a very interesting interview. Matt Pilios got the hardest job in the world right now. That's disappointing, though, that we didn't get to see a bit more of that. We're going to go centre cage to John DiMacaulay.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight ended at the end of the first round. Your winner via verbal submission and still AFC heavyweight champion, Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa.
Congratulations to Tai Tuivasa. We've got Jay, before we speak to Tai, before we speak to our new champion, Sammy Greco, world kickboxing champion, one of the greatest fighters ever come out of the country, James McSweeney, tell the audience here why he couldn't come out in the second round.
Well, first of all, before I mention that, I just want to congratulate Tai and all his crew for coming out, putting on a gallant effort. It's a tough fight. We were looking for a tough fight, and you brought it to us today. But, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, there's a lot of booing going on in the crowd, and I understand you have your supporters lefts and rights and who you barrack for. That's all well and fine. But when a fighter turns around to you, and says, "I can't see you from my left eye," I think I got to make an executive decision there and a business decision and say, for the safety of the fighter, it's off. But I will say this, and I will not leave anyone high and dry. Most likely, I'm telling you, there will be a rematch. I will want a rematch on this, okay? So I think, first and foremost, I don't want to take the glory away from this gentleman. I'm pretty sure you trained hard. You're in great shape, son, so I've got to hand it to you. Okay, congratulations. Commiserations to my man here.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, James. And a big... James says quickly, James McSweeney, former UFC fighter, give him a round of applause. A round of applause. Come on, guys.
I'll make this real quick. Congratulations, Tai did a great job. Extremely tough guy. I'm sorry I wasn't in the best of health, and I don't know what happened. I have a little vision problem, so I don't know why. It's just come out of nowhere, so no excuses. Tai won the fight, and fair play to him. He's a great champion, and he's going to go on to bigger and better things. Congratulations.
Thank you, James. Thank you for your honesty from that. And let's give a big round of applause to the AFC heavyweight champion, Tai Tuivasa. Once again, AFC heavyweight champion. How does that feel, Tai? Congratulations, you've defended your title.
Woo! Damn. I trained really hard for this, and it still doesn't compare to when you're actually in it. But the thing I had with McSweeney, that's all finished. I'm trying to move on to bigger and better things now. Thank you for the fight, AFC. Thank you for having me. I've got plenty of people to thank. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Southlands Estate Agents. Woo! Muscle Bros, Penrith. I'd like to thank Nutrition Station, Jake, Gretchy, Sully, for everything, sticking strong. My Uncle Will for always helping me out. And Western Sydney, for bringing the belt back, baby. SJFTA.
Tai, let's ask you a couple of questions. We've got Shawnee Sully here. He's got you ridiculously fit. He said at times you try to stray from the intense training, but let me tell you, all that hard work's worth it. The weight you've lost is phenomenal. You went through a drooling weight cut yesterday in the city as well. How hard was it for you to lose this weight? But no doubt you're in the best career shape you've ever been.
Yeah, it's just about time I woke up to myself and trained hard and pursue this as a proper career. So thank you for everyone, for all the support. I really appreciate it. And I love yous the most. And my baby on the way.
Baby Tai, boy or girl, can you say?
It's a boy.
Oh! Adam and Kelly are smiling. In 20 years, they've just signed another fighter. Tai Tuivasa, one more question with the guys' blessing. There's a big UFC event in November 27th. If you were to be asked, how would you feel and would you be ready?
I'm always ready for something, anything, any fight. But I'm on to bigger and better things after this.
Big round of applause, our AFC heavyweight champion, Tai Tuivasa.